Joe Rogan says, if it's brown, lay down, if it is black, fight back, and if it is white, good night. You simply don't want to come across one of these beasts. Imagine you're having the time of your life, and boom, a massive bear twice the size of Shaq comes in front of you. What do you even do? We start this video in quite extraordinary fashion. Bears are normally known to be curious animals and won't attack humans unless provoked or threatened. Sometimes, however, bears like to take the opportunity and showcase their power on a lone, unsuspecting hiker. It's therefore always important that you stay alert and attentive while you're hiking alone in the woods. If you suspect you could fall prey to a bear attack, you need to be prepared. Therefore, make sure you're well armed with bear repellent and/or weapons to take down a rogue bear. There have been countless horrifying cases of bears tearing apart lonely hikers. If only these people were armed and stayed alert, they could have been. This young biker was cycling through the woods on his bike. He was casually cycling along a path that seemed to be quite popular with bikers. However, this young fellow had the scare of his life and managed to record it on his GoPro. The young man started slowly, but a quick glance at his side showed a grizzly chasing him and preparing for an attack. Grizzlies are perhaps the most dangerous animals in the wild and won't hesitate to rip unsuspecting humans to shreds. Anyway, the biker was shocked but quickly sped as he attempted to lose the bear. The biker kept on riding straight along the path for a while, but the bear showed no signs of stopping. It was clear by now that he was intent on attacking the biker. The young biker made a turn and rode along a path that seemed less traveled. The rogue bear continues following him, showing no signs of stopping. It almost seemed as if the bear would catch up with the young biker and rip him to shreds. Unarmed and frightened, he began panting and stopped his bike, desperately hoping that he had lost the bear. Unfortunately, the bear was close, and it seemed as if he was going to finally put an end to this young biker. That was until some hunters close by, who were following the commotion, decided to shoot and warn the grizzly. It seemed like the bear finally thought about the consequences and refrained from attacking the biker, thus saving his life. Had it not been for these hunters, the young lad would surely have been dead that day. You might not realize how scary a bear encounter can get. Tensions can rise because you never know whether a grizzly wants to attack you or not. Up next is an encounter between a polar bear and a group of humans. First off, it's not rare for polar bears to hang out close to human settlements up north. Polar bears are also territorial and won't hesitate to attack if they feel threatened. This polar bear came across two humans in a field. At first, it seemed like the bear was gearing up to attack the humans, not afraid that there were two of them. It daringly moved up close to the two people, but was hesitant to attack. It waited to see what would happen. The two humans, wary of the bear's power, aimed with one of them threatening the bear. The bear took a step back, but wasn't too afraid. After a while, when neither man budged, the polar bear decided it was unwise to attack and slowly started to back off. Had the men turned their heads to the bear, we would have seen something different. The human's decision to stay put and not get frightened of the huge bear probably saved their lives. Staying alert in bear country can be your best bet to survival in case you're in the middle of a bear attack. This old woman was not attentive enough as she fell asleep outside when a bear came visiting. The woman, sensing someone close by, woke up with a jerk and noticed the bear snooping around. She immediately tried to put some distance between herself and the bear. She first made herself as big as possible and tried to get away before anything bad could happen to her. Fortunately for her, the bear didn't stay long and walked away, leaving her unharmed. Had the woman not acted smart or portrayed herself as smaller and weaker than the bear, there's a high chance that she could have been attacked. There's also a massive chance she wouldn't have survived had she been attacked by the bear. A bear encounter when you're with a group of adults is scary enough. The situation, however, gets worse tenfold when you're hiking with a family and your young kid is exposed to a bear.
He's following you, babe. Hey, bear! He's following us. Hey! Hey! Go home!
Oh! Go!
family had it especially bad when a bear began following them while hiking in a remote area. The wary dad tries to frighten the bear away by shouting at the top of his lungs. The mother gets into the act trying to frighten the bear away, but it doesn't seem to budge. He keeps a short distance away but continues following the family, who try pestering him to leave, but to no avail. As for the young boy, he begins running, hoping to keep distance between himself and the bear. The mother quickly scolds him and tells him to not run, because this will only convince the bear to stalk you further. The young boy eventually gets used to the bear following them, and the mom has to force him to walk faster to prevent the bear from getting close. The family seems to have a great time as the bear soon loses interest and stops chasing them. As for the young lad, he seems to have learned some valuable lessons which he'll remember for life. Bears are pretty unpredictable. You never know whether they see you as prey or not. Bears don't eat humans, but the number of bear attacks in the US suggests that they see us as trespassing on their property. This polar bear is safely behind a glass wall at the zoo. At first glance, it seems harmless and won't attack the toddler who is casually standing close to the glass. But the polar bear seems to have a change of mind and tries to pounce on the young kid. A supposedly long and drawn-out hunt almost ended in the most gruesome way imaginable after the hunter became the hunted. This terror-striking encounter begins with the man recording a bear trying to sniff him out from the ground under his little tree stand. Moments later, the bear spots him and doesn't waste any time and proceeds to climb up toward the hunter with a menacing look. Fortunately, the bear goes back down, giving the hunter the chance to grab his shotgun and pepper spray. Expecting the worst, he prepares and aims down his weapon as the bear decides to pull off one terrifying stunt. As the man tries to force the bear to surrender, the bear is in the mood to inflict some damage. Thankfully, the bear ultimately gets the message and leaves the hunter alone, thus ending the close call. For our final clip, we have a bear encounter from the horrors. This truck driver in Japan can be seen driving along a desolate part of the country. He's on a dirt road in the woods when all of a sudden, something terrifying emerges from the forest. It's a mad bear who seems to have been agitated about something. Noticing that a truck is approaching, it quickly runs over to inspect. The bear continues attacking the truck, even breaking its windshield and forcing the driver to hit the animal and drive away. Fortunately, the driver was able to escape the dangerous situation without any injury or major damage to his vehicle. Up next is a frightening encounter between a grizzly and YouTuber, Vahid Kulsberg. The YouTuber was hiking with his husky in the wilds of northern Sweden when they encountered a young and curious bear.
Nej! Nej! Kom inte hit! Kom inte hit! Nej! Nej! Nej!
Vahid was seemingly enjoying the stunning view when his dog Riley spotted something unknown moving in the tree line down below. Vahid acted quickly and proceeded to tie Riley to a leash to prevent her from running in the direction of the potentially dangerous animal. After taking a closer look and confirming that it was indeed a bear, Vahid proceeds to grab a clean shot of the animal with his camera. After a few tense minutes, Vahid gets a shocking surprise as he notices the bear moving in their direction as it's heading to the top of the mountain. Both he and his dog were unarmed and they could find themselves in a dangerous position. Trying to make his presence known, Vahid screams at the beast to prevent it from venturing any closer. Unfortunately, this only makes the bear more curious, and it begins to rush forward, eventually stopping at the bottom of the mountain. Out of fear for his and Riley's lives, Vahid throws a few rocks down the mountain, trying to prevent the beast from getting any closer. None of the rocks meet their target. However, the commotion was enough to scare the bear away, and quickly runs in the direction of the woods, thus saving Vahid and his dog, who live another day. Had things gone south, they could have ended terribly. Moving on, this next clip is a great example of how you should act in case you come in contact with a bear. These picnickers are in a group as they hike in the woods. Unfortunately for them, a black bear shows interest in them and gets a bit too close for comfort as it attempts to smell the curious new people in the area. The group seems to be frightened and The cameraman shouts warnings at the bear to not get too close. As for the women, they stand their ground and avoid making a move. For a moment, it seems that the bear is done with his curiosity and moves away from the group. However, he turns back and moves closer to one of the unsuspecting women. He stands upright and gets a good feel before smelling her once again. The woman is noticeably afraid but stands her ground. The black bear soon loses interest and moves away, leaving the group thanking the bear for making a kindly visit. As you just witnessed in this video, bear encounters can get wild, and if you're not prepared, they can result in serious damage. But we'd love to hear from you. Which of these clips had you surprised or shocked the most? Do you have any bear encounters that you'd like to share with us? Let us know in the comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.